basketball game between the Reed City Coyotes and the McBain Ramblers. Will you please stand while we play our national anthem?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another McBain Varsity basketball game. Starting for Reed City will be number 3, Peyton Hansen. Starting at guard for McBain will be number 3, Caden McGillis. Also starting for Reed City, number 32, Teddy Zemanski. Number 34, Dan Rodenbaugh, starting for McBain tonight.
At center for McBain, number 20, Mason Hooker.
Starting at center for Reed City, 34, Kenyon Reed. Starting at center for McBain will be number 20, Mason Hooker. Connor Murphy and Seth Jackson both starting for their teams respectively. The final starter for McBain is number 12, Grayson Verbertmos.
The Coyotes are coached by Mr. Jesse Kaling. The Ramblers are coached by Mr. Bruce Copeman. The officials for today's ball game, Mr. Doug Spring, Mr. Kyle Hondrock, and Mr. Will Eubanks.
I'm Kyle Culp, and I am joined alongside
Tucker Mariveld. It's a great day to be here. It is a Saturday afternoon. It's very unusual, but so is this year. It was great that we could actually have a basketball season. There is no jump ball, so Reed City will start with the ball.
Now, if you're just joining us here in McBain, we just finished the JV basketball game, McBain versus Reed City, which ended in a 4-point loss by McBain in double OT. Now, Tucker, you announced that. What were your just final thoughts on that game?
It was very, it was a very interesting game throughout, but the ending just kind of slowed down. Reed City all game having a fast-paced offense, a lot of ball movement, and at the end they just kind of slowed down and ran the clock out as they kind of knew what the outcome was going to be. As Caden McGillis with the 3, drawing first blood for the Ramblers. McGillis with the steal, going down the floor, kicks it to Verbertmos. Verbertmos can't hit the 3. or 24, Xavier Allen drives over top. Rebound by Mason Hooker.
Now, as we look here, the home team tonight, McBain, currently 2-0 after a victory last night against Kingsley and a huge victory Tuesday night against Pine River. Reed City, on the other hand, is 0-1 playing. They lost to Grant 60-51. So both teams got kind of a different outlook here as Connor Murphy will look to get it to Kane McGillis. Not quite able to get a handle on it, and it'll be a turnover for Reed City to take over.
Well, a little bit it seemed like they were just a little too close together. It seemed like Murphy should have just taken it to the rack with McGillis on the backside for a rebound if need be. But it happened. Now we move on.
Now, Connor Murphy coming into this game last night, of course you were not there, but I announced the varsity game last night, and Connor Murphy had to have been the player of the game last night, just based on getting the team back going late in that game with some big steals and some big shots, and we'll see if Connor Murphy carries that over into this game tonight. Reed City takes their first timeout of the night.
Yeah, so haven't seen much yet of what Reed City can do on the offense. McBain, we've seen that they can shoot the three. Their defense is strong. They can take the ball away just so easily. 3-0 lead from a very good three-pointer from Kane McGillis is just smooth in his shot form.
Kane McGillis actually someone who currently wearing the wrist brace. A few games ago, fell hard, and he is still fighting through it. Some players may, they may stop shooting because, they've got that brace on. He has adapted, and he has made it so he can still shoot having that on his wrist.
Yeah, not being at games, I missed out on a lot of things that happened, and that was one thing that I was wondering about.
And of course, you fans at home will know I have been announcing the varsity games, and tonight it's actually really nice to be able to announce it with someone else, especially someone as good as Tucker Vandervelde.
I don't know if you can call me good, but I'll take the compliment and move on. McGillis to Hooker.
Hooker for three. Shot is up and no good. He'll get his own rebound.
One thing we noticed last season with Mason Hooker is he was really good from beyond the arc. And now, tonight we haven't seen it much because he only took one shot, but I can only imagine that late in the game or even in the second quarter or late first quarter, he'll light it up with the three-pointers.
With Hooker, though, he has, I feel, from what I've seen, struggling to get into a groove from deep range. As we'll see, some shots not go in for Hooker there. Ken McGillis fighting hard for the rebound. He'll get it up and in.
Yeah, and that brace doesn't seem to be limiting him at all. He's still the same aggressive player that he was last season.
Now, something that this Reed City team doesn't have here, as Rodenball gets the steal and he'll go up for the layup, it'll be up and good. Something this Reed City team doesn't have, what we have talked about ever since we started broadcasting, me and you, McBain's senior leadership. The entire starting lineup for McBain is seniors who have been on this team since their sophomore year, and they have fought hard to get better, and that is attributed a lot to Coach Coatman.
Yeah, and one thing that I noticed is Reed City doesn't have that deep of a bench, only having 8 guys. I mean, I'm sure they find a way to manage, but...
First free throw up and good from Hanson.
Hanson, only senior on the team.
Number 10, Isaiah Moore will check into the game for Reed City. Hansen to shoot his second free throw. No good. Rebounded by Rodenbaugh.
Rodenbaugh going sky high to grab that rebound.
McGillis looking to drive. Back up to Murphy. Berkmos back to McGillis. McGillis' shot is up and good. McBain, in particular, for Berkmos and McGillis, I feel, is once they get inside that paint, they are deadly.
Oh,
and
yeah.
on those drives and then pull-ups from the mid-range, that is somewhere McBain gets a lot of points from.
Definitely. And one thing that McBain does have that I don't know if Reese City has or not.
Murphy's long pass to Hooker will land in Hooker's hands perfectly.
Yeah, so I don't know how Reed City is. This is actually the first year in a long time that McBain's actually played Reed City. McBain has that wonderful coaching from Bruce Copeman.
McGillis' shot is up and no good.
Been in the McBain program for years. You can almost call it the Copeman program, just how long he's been here and how much he's impacted high school kids playing basketball.
McGillis looking to get it down low to Rodenbaugh. He will. Rodenbaugh shall be no good. Rodenbaugh will get his own rebound. Back to McGillis. And McGillis will draw the foul, sorry. He'll shoot free throws. Something Copeman does do is he keeps a big bench, and any one of those players on the bench at any given time will come in and they'll play with energy, they'll box out, they'll rebound.
Right.
And in the past few games, the notable six men, almost you could say, have been Blake Whetstone and Kyle Pilkus and Huttinga playing those roles. Not to forget Tristan McElhenney, of course.
Right.
And those are all players who come in and they play hard because they don't necessarily get a lot of time, but they prove why they should. And we'll see when Copeman decides to utilize some of that deeper bench here, as with 3 minutes left to go in the first, McBain is up 10-3.
Yeah, and when Coach Copeman walks into the gym for practice every day, he expects the greatest effort out of every player, not just the ones who play more minutes than others.
And of course, McBain on offense here, but McBain on defense, Copeman has decided to go with the zone defense, which on Varsity he's not known to do, as Hooker's pass will be wayward, recovered by McGillis. Out of bounds off Reed City. As I was saying, Copeman likes to stick with man, but maybe he saw something that Reed City was maybe doing in warm-ups, or something he saw on the film that caused him to want to play zone defense tonight. See McGillis.
I did say in the JV game that Coach Copeman has been known to say, just body up and guard someone. Don't wimp out, I guess you could say. He feels that man defense is more efficient.
And it appears he has switched. He's switched to almost a man zone defense kind of hybrid. Just trying to prevent perimeter shots, it appears, as McGillis will pump fake back to Murphy. Murphy's pull-up will not be good. And there we see something that you don't get from other teams, and that's hustle play like Caden McGillis.
Right.
He went up, got a little shove in the back, came down with it, and put it right back up, not even hesitating.
And it's that aggression and hustle that he has that you don't see from everyone. You don't see from every team, but most teams you've got one, and most teams you have one or the other, but not both. And Caden McGillis has both. And
I mean, Copeman really has a plethora of players that will fight hard, and Caden McGillis is definitely one of those players.
And this group of seniors, they've only had Coach Copeman for 3 years instead of all 4 1 year. Their freshman year.
Big rebound there from McGillis.
Coach Copeman was coaching both the varsity teams of boys and girls, and he didn't have that chance to see who he would have on the varsity boys team from the JV team.
Good defense there from Connor Murphy. A huge pass there from Caden McGillis. Hooker will maintain possession. Back to McGillis. Shot is up, no good.
What a left on the 3. Reed City.
Foul there on Connor Murphy. That'll be his first foul of the game. Now, someone I feel like so far in the previous 2 games and this game so far, someone who has been a little quiet is Dan Rodenbaugh. Previous years, Dan Rodenbaugh has, he's been hitting shots, and I just feel like not necessarily that he hasn't been hitting his shots, he just hasn't been getting them. I feel like he's been utilized this year mostly as a rebounder and a screener, and I feel like maybe if McBain's offense does slow down a little bit, you do look to get Dan Rodenbaugh some shots on the perimeter because he can hit shots because he's a big player on both the offense and the defensive ends. We'll see Caden McGillis look to shoot. He'll pull it down though. Back to Murphy's deep 3 is good.
And not being the team scorer isn't always a bad thing. Being that team rebounder will really help for your offense getting things going if as an offensive rebounder.
Now that is the end of the first quarter. McBain is up 17-7, but don't count Reed City out. As we saw McBain versus Kingsley, McBain in the first half, they got up big, they played really well. In that third quarter, they kind of slipped and Kingsley got back into the game and caused a really close fourth quarter. I have to believe that Reed City, only down 10 points in just the first quarter gone. They're in this game, big shot or 2, and they're right along going.
And one thing we saw even with the JV game is that Reed City went up big in the first quarter, but the McBain JV came back, and it was almost like it was their quarter to shine. And who knows, we might see that from the varsity team of Reed City, but we just hope that it will be a good contest throughout the game.
As both teams will break the huddle, and one name I spoke about earlier, Blake Whetstone is checked in the game, but also the junior Carson Huttinga, who played last game, and he played pretty well from what I saw. We'll see if he carries that over tonight, as we'll see Murphy back with it on the far side of the floor. McBain, Copeman's offense is really about setting screens and moving, and we're seeing a lot of screens set here for McBain. Murphy will shoot another deep 3.
Yeah, you won't see a lot of standing around with McBain's offense. It's a lot of movement, not as much pass movement, but a lot of body movement. You're not standing in one place for a while.
As you've played in the Copeman system. I currently am also playing in the Copeman system. We both can say that in practice you work hard on moving.
Yeah.
You don't have to have the ball to set screens and move.
Right. And
that's something we are seeing here tonight from this McBain offense.
And you don't have to be the fastest. You don't have to be the strongest. You just got to put in 110% of your work effort throughout game and practice.
We'll see. Dan Rodenbaugh go up and draw the foul. Spoke about him earlier, and he'll get to shoot 2 free throws after the foul on his shot. That foul is on Jackson. That is his first of the game. First free throw up and good for Dan Rodenbaugh. extending McBain's lead to 13 with still another free throw left to go. The second free throw is good.
Rotenbaugh going 2 for 2 from the line there.
Jackson in possession, guarded by Murphy. Murphy playing good defense here. Jackson's pass will be down low, stolen by Rotenbaugh. Rotenbaugh going back up the floor to McGillis.
And they call a travel on McGillis.
You'll see Verbertmo's check back into the game. Caden McGillis checking out. McGillis there in his first action tonight. He's that very good showing from him, getting some points up on the board. Good rebounds, good hustle plays.
And he's definitely shown his voice on his basketball play. Not as much vocal as in speaking, like, but
They
showing.
do say actions speak louder than words, and McGillis
Exactly.
is a man of action.
And he's really shown that tonight so far.
That foul will be on Carson Huntingard. That'll be his first foul of the game.
Team number 2 for that. Let's make that 3.
Reed City to inbound under McBain's basket. Reed City trying to throw it off Huntingard's leg. Murphy will take it the other way. Up and good.
And Murphy with the fast down the floor, getting an easy layup.
It'll be a second timeout from Reed City.
Murphy going down the floor just seals the Reed City guy behind him as he's going up for the layup, so he doesn't get hammered on his way up.
Murphy, someone who is such a good finisher inside. He can make a layup from almost any angle, and he uses his body well to protect him from the defenders, keeping himself between the ball and the defender, and we saw that there as he got the shot to go up and in. Reed City will break their timeout. So Reed City will have the ball, 6 minutes left in this first half.
Rotenbaugh deflecting the pass.
Huntington playing good defense here, forcing the pickup. Now, Rotenbaugh getting physical there. Now we'll see at the table, McElhenney and Mason Hooker will check into the game. McElhenney, he's got a shot on him. You cannot give him any space at the three-point line or he will bury a three. As we'll see, Reed City inbound it. Jackson up at the top of the key, guarded by Whetstone. Jackson trying to escape Whetstone, but Whetstone is on him.
One thing that I've noticed from last year to this year is Blake Whetstone has gotten more physical as he gets back into the season, and maybe it's because he gets a little bit more time than he did last year, and he's trying to show that he belongs. But his defense has definitely stepped it up.
Yeah, and on that previous possession, Jackson was trying to get Whetstone off him, but Whetstone was on him like butter on toast. He was not letting him go, and we'll see Hansen shoot 2 free throws after the foul is called on number 20, Mason Hooker. That is his first of the game. Second free throw is good. Berkmos showing his versatility this year as he does almost run point guard here. Reed City has started trapping, it appears, at the half-court line, trying to get some turnovers from McBain. And that is something, last game, Kingsley, that's what really got them back into the game, is that trap.
Well, I think Berkmos realized that what they were doing, and that's why he kind of stayed back a little bit, not crossing the half-court line to get trapped in and have nowhere to go.
Foul is called on Huttinga. That is his second of the game. And bringing the ball up the floor, you get 10 seconds in the backcourt. 10 seconds is a long time with the ball. You don't have to rush. You can take your time and you can see the floor. And I think that's something Berkmos is very good at doing.
Berkmos and Hooker on the double team.
Steal by Berkmos. Berkmos go up and get it in, and one.
Berkmos, seeing his defender, seeing where he might be a little bit vulnerable in his defense, and go attack that point to try and get that bucket, and he does get the bucket along with the foul.
And Berkmos there, using his long strides to get between the defenders, as we'll see. Caden McGillis check back into the game for Carson Huttinga. Huttinga got 2 fouls. Copeman maybe just wants to have talk with him, get McGillis back into the game.
Well, and you only get 5, and having 2 in the first half.
What a play there from Caden McGillis. The free throw from Berkmos is no good. Went off the far side of the rim. Caden McGillis got through 2 Reed City players, got the ball and went up and got it in.
Call Reed City with a carry.
As it's another turnover for Reed City, and that's just something you just can't have here with McBain up 27-9. You gotta get the offense flowing here if you're Reed City. Reed City are in a man defense. Hooker maybe looking to drive, he'll get it back to Berkmos. Mason will set a screen. Berkmos will get it to McGillis, who will look to shoot to the corner to Hooker. Hooker shot no good.
Berkmos trying to go for that rebound and doesn't get a hand on it, but McGillis gets a hand on the pass and deflects it out of bounds.
Good hustle play there from Caden McGillis, getting his hand in there and knocking it away. Allen trying to inbound it for Reed City. 5 seconds will be called.
And that's not something you usually see at a game, but it does happen every once in a while.
For those unfamiliar, 5 seconds. When you are inbounding, you have 5 seconds on the official count to get the ball in. Reed City, they're not able to get it in. It'll be a turnover, McBain ball, and we'll see Murphy check back into the game for Whetstone.
And that just shows how good McBain's defense is. As Hooker tries a post move, misses the
hook shot.
Yeah, I guess.
Hooker,
but he'll get down the floor and gets the rebound.
Murphy pushing the ball. He'll pull up 4-3. Shot is no good. That shot there didn't hit anything. Shots like that happen, and you gotta pick yourself back up, and you just got on your next shot. You just gotta hit it.
Yeah, you can't dwell on those bad plays that you have. You gotta look at the positive, and then fix your negatives.
It'll be foul on Connor Murphy. It'll be on the ground. That's Murphy's second foul of the game. That's McBain's sixth foul of the half. I believe the next foul will put Reed City in the bonus, which will mean any foul allow them to shoot a 1-and-1. McElhenney will get the steal. McElhenney will get fouled on layup. Good hustle play there from Tristan McElhenney.
Yeah, that's one thing that McElhenney has as well, is he's got speed and physicality, and he'll fight for that ball all day long until he gets that ball, and just look what happens.
And some of you may remember from football season, actually, me and Tucker noticing Tristan's cleat choice in football, and in basketball season he has picked it right back up with some salmon pink shoes. They are looking very flashy, and they're getting him to the free throw line. Second free throw there from Tristan is good.
Reed City.
McElhenney playing good defense here.
Reed City trying to get inside to get a shorter distance to the basket.
Kaling's drive he'll kick it back out. Kaling will shoot a three. Shall be no good. Rebounded by McGillis.
This Randler defense has just been real aggressive, real physical. It's just been all out great, as they're not allowing a lot of shots
As something
from Reed City.
Something you may think for McBain playing last night, they may be tired. No, they're not tired. And we'll see Caden McGillis with his three-pointer. The ball kind of just died on the back of the rim and just rolled in. But as I was saying, this McBain team, you may think they'd be tired from last night, but no, they are playing with more energy than ever.
And maybe it's because they're still fired up from the win last night, or maybe because they finally have a home court advantage, finally getting to play at home. I'd say in front of their home crowd, but because of the time that we are in.
Hopefully, most of the home crowd is listening in on us tonight.
Limited attendance.
We'll see.
I believe it's 2 per player.
Yes, I believe that is. As we'll see, Pilkus check in for Hooker, who has picked up his second foul. Free throw from Szymanski bounces in. Reed City are in the bonus, so they are shooting 1-and-1. He made the first free throw, which means he'll get a second shot.
It was a interesting couple bounces.
His
does not happen the same for Berkmo, slowing things up, but still pushing the ball.
McElhenney get down to McGillis. McGillis not able to control the ball. Maybe it bounced off the wrist brace there. It'll be a turnover. Reed City will take possession with minute 34 left to go in this first half. Jackson on the near sideline. Ball be knocked out of bounds by McElhenney. Reed City will remain in possession. Jackson inbounds for Reed City.
Hansen driving in, gets fouled, and he'll go to the line.
He'll shoot 2. Good drive there from Hansen. Went up with it, got some contact.
Foul's called on number 34, white, his second.
That is, the foul is on Dan Rodenbaugh. That is his second foul of the game. McBain here, most of their starters have three fouls, and that's something, if you're Coach Copeman, you've really got to be careful with, because these starters are so detrimental to the team. If that's the correct word.
I believe it is.
You can't get one of your star players in foul trouble, which causes them to not quite be able to be so aggressive on the defensive end.
Berkmos driving in, finds a hole.
He'll get fouled on the shot. Berkmos there drawing the foul.
Foul was called number 34, red. His first, team number 5 for the half.
First free throw from Berkmos is good. Second one, not so lucky. It'll bounce out. Jackson going the other way, fast for Reed City, guarded by McElhenney. Jackson back in possession, guarded by McElhenney. Trying to get it down low. McGillis is playing good defense. Jackson's shot will be up and good with 40 seconds left to go. Clock is running.
Bucket by Seth Jackson.
Berkmos trying to slow the pace down of the game down a little bit. Back to McGillis on the near sideline. McBain ball off Reed City. 23 seconds left to go. Berkmos inbound. He'll get to the corner to Rodenbaugh. McGillis skying up there to get that rebound. He will not get it, but Berkmos will get fouled on the shot. Berkmos in this game is drawing fouls left and right.
Ball's called up to number 32, red.
You just gotta.
Team 6 for the half.
One thing that Copeman has talked about is if they're just gonna keep swatting at you, as you go down into the paint, you just keep going, because they'll send you to the free throw line all night long.
First free throw there from Berkmos is good. Second one also good. Berkmos there going 2 for 2 from the line.
Looks like McBain's gonna put on a press. Not a strong one, but you know, it's enough to heat up gameplay as McGillis takes the steal.
He look to dunk here. He'll go up, he'll get fouled on the shot. McGillis will shoot 2 free throws.
Ball was called up number 1.
Part of me almost wonders that
Team 7 for the half.
the brace limits McGillis's dunking ability. I know that he'll still try and dunk all night long, but
First free throw from Caden McGillis is no good. 3 seconds on the clock. Second free throw from McGillis is good. Clock will run. Jackson will just heave up a last minute of time, and that'll be the end of the first half.
yeah, just like that, 2 quarters already. It seems like the JV game went a little bit longer than this, but maybe that's because it was a slower paced game. Kyle, what do you think? What do you think about Reed City going into the locker room?
Reed City currently down 36 to 14. It is a big deficit. That is a big deficit, but it's not insurmountable. They can get back into this game, and I think what will get them back into this game is a heavy press. They need to wear down McBain's starters and force Copeman to put some of the bench players in, and I think Reed City's got to press, and they've got to hit their shots when they get them, and most importantly, they've got to stop fouling on the layups. They have given too many free points to McGillis, Berkmos, Rodenbaugh on just silly little swat fouls, and that's something you've got to take care of.
Right. Well, we got 10 minutes until the end of the halftime.
Yep. I think
So,
we'll take a break and we'll be back to start the second half. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the start of the second half of the McBain boys varsity basketball game against Reed City. Score is currently McBain 36, Reed City 14. Murphy in possession. What do you think McBain's going to do here to start this second half?
I think it's going to be a lot more than what they did in the first half. As it shows with Caden McGillis getting right around his defender and getting it easy too.
Caden McGillis to 19 points on the night tonight. He is on fire, and right now Reed City just can't seem to put him out.
Yeah, I think that McBain's going to do some of the same stuff they did in the first half. Reed City might change a few things, try and get something going, but
Murphy looking to shoot a three.
Murphy missing the three.
One of the strong suits for this McBain is transition. They're so fast. Everyone on that floor can move very fluently, and especially Connor Murphy, who's just up and down the floor with ease. As we'll see Robert Mouse get the layup and go in.
And McGillis with the steal.
McGillis wanted to pass, didn't decide to do it and put the ball back on the floor, and he'll be called for a double dribble.
Racing, Berkmo's getting a hand on the ball. And Murphy being called for a foul.
I believe that will be Murphy's third. Yeah, it is. That will be Connor Murphy's third foul of the game. Reed City will have to go long to get the ball inbounded.
There's double team from McGillis and Rodenbaugh. Reed City finally getting a bucket in the second half.
But they were not prepared on defense as Hooker will go up and get a shot to go.
Mason Hooker for two.
Fighting down there in the post will get a foul called on Dan Rodenbaugh. That'll be his third foul of the game.
That's two guys on the McBain team with 3 fouls. Murphy and Rodenbaugh.
Ball is loose. Hansen will get it back. Hansen in possession, guarded by McGillis. This pass will be deflected back to Caden McGillis, who will go to Murphy. It shall be up and good.
A little interesting step for Murphy. Guess he wasn't ready to dribble the ball.
Hansen will be called for a travel. That'll be McBain ball. And Reed City will take a timeout.
What a great start of the first half from McBain.
Second half.
That's what I said. It was what a great start coming out of the locker room for McBain. Still doing the same thing that they did beforehand. And I'm sure that coming home from a win at Kingsley really put some fire in them to keep going, and yeah.
And something about this boys McBain varsity team last year, they didn't get to finish what they started. They made the playoffs. They were winning, and the season ended. You know, and I feel that some of these guys on this team, they weren't happy that last year ended, and they're picking up right where they left off last year.
Yeah, they coming in with almost with a chip on their shoulder, wanting to get back to where they were. Now they won't have the same team, like the strong aggressiveness from George Brown III, who graduated last year, but they still got most of their team left. As Hooker with a rebound.
Hooker fighting hard to get the shot up. McGillis will get it up and good. Yeah. Last year, of course, McBain did lose some seniors, but it was only a few, notably George Brown and Ethan Barton. So it's mostly made up of the same team from last year. As we'll see, McGillis Euro around a defender and gets the layup up and good.
Defender wanting to get a charge called on McGillis, but McGillis going right around him and getting that layup.
As we'll see, if we look back at Jackson 3 is no good. Down at the table, our new starting five is going to be checking in for McBain. Check-in will be Whetstone, McElhenney, Huttinga, Joe Winkle, and Tyler Cucci. Hooker's shot up, no good. Rebounded by McGillis. His shot is up and good. He is playing phenomenally tonight. He is getting every rebound and he's putting it up with ease.
Yeah, McGillis, I don't know if you could call that a form, but he just kind of took it and threw it at the basket and it went in.
Open three there from Moore will not go. Berkmos will get the rebound. Berkmos going behind the back, remaining possession. Murphy's three will be no good. Of course, he is again, McGillis getting the rebound. Good shot there from Rodenbaugh.
Rodenbaugh finally getting his voice out, getting a couple points in before
McBain will take a timeout. Both teams will break the huddle. On the floor, as I said earlier, will be Cucci, Whetstone, Huttinga, McElhenney, and Winkle.
Now we've seen most of them in the game before, but we got Tyler Cucci and Joe Winkle checking in for the first time tonight. I personally have not seen how their gameplay is yet this year.
I do not. I believe Tyler Cucci played in the Pine River game. I don't think he played last night. Same with Winkle, but they're good players, and we'll see what they have here tonight.
Yeah, both have a lot of talent. Cucci has a disadvantage on the height side, but he makes up for it in his physicality and aggression.
You may look at Tyler Cucci and think he may not be the tallest, but he doesn't play like it. He plays like a 7-footer. He is strong with the ball, and he'll get up in your grill.
And he wants to play every position possible.
I'm sure if Coach Copeman asked him to, he would play down there in the big position. He would post up on the block if he had to.
Just from experience playing with him, he does not act like he is the shortest guy on the floor. He shows his aggression, and he's adapted to his height.
With a good pass there from Cucci, Huttinga not able to get it go. Huttinga will get the rebound. Reed City will come out with it.
Reed City slowing it down, not having that fast-paced.
Good steal there from Whetstone. We'll see Cucci here with the layup. Up and good. Running the floor. Good steal there from Whetstone and able to find Cucci running in space. McElhenney trying to get the steal, not quite able to get to it.
And they call a travel
Number 3, Hansen will be called for the travel. Whetstone to bring the ball up the floor for McBain. Cucci back to Whetstone.
Looks like they're running some sort of back and forth type of offense, going just handoffs.
Winkle will set the screen. Winkle will roll. He'll get the ball in the post. He'll be fouled before he'll be able to go up with it.
Foul's called on number 3, Red.
Fouls on Hansen, his second, team's
First for the half.
first.
Whetstone to inbound for McBain. Pass into Huttinga. Huttinga will try and go up with it. He'll go up with it. Shot will be no good. Huttinga will reach in and get called for the foul. That may be Huttinga's 3rd foul.
Foul's called on number 50, White. His 3rd. Team 3rd for the half.
That is Huttinga's 3rd foul.
Seems like a little bit of miscommunication from coach to player. I mean, the mask does help. Doesn't help. You can't read your read Copeman's lips as he's saying what play to call.
Ball be loose there, and Huttinga will take it. It's a 3-on-2. Hansen there for Reed City does good to come out with the ball, though. He's going back up the floor for Reed City.
They call a foul on the floor.
It'll be Kaling. He was fouled before he went up for the shot.
By Cucci.
Team number 4 for the half.
That is Cucci's 1st foul of the game. 50 seconds left.
Fouls are 4-1. The refs in this varsity game have really got the varsity teams play, leaving a little bit more physicalness than the JV game, as they called more fouls.
Whetstone will shoot a 3. That is good. The assist will go to Joe Winkle. Hansen's pass will be down to Shizmansky. Huttinga will come out with it, though. A Reed City ball. Reed City will get it in. Winkle playing good defense there in the corner. Szymanski will go up with it. It'll be good. Whetstone will bring the ball. 2 seconds left. 1 second. That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. Score McBain 57, Reed City 20.
And out of the timeout, coming into the 4th quarter, McBain will start with the ball.
Up 37. Pilkus will check into the game for Huttinga. Pilkus will swing it down to Whetstone. Whetstone will look to drive. He'll pump fake.
He'll be called for a travel. Call a travel on Whetstone. I think Whetstone was expecting more of a foul before in the act of shooting, but
good steal there from Winkle. He's going the other way. He's got McElhaney. He'll get it to him. McElhaney will be up and good.
a great pass by Winkle as he sees that McElhaney is going to beat him to the hoop, so he dumps it off to him.
It'll be called a jump ball. It'll stay in Reed City's possession. McElhaney will knock it loose. Reed City will get it back, scrapping for it. It'll be a jump ball. It'll be McBain's ball.
McBain really getting on the floor for every loose ball, trying to come up with a defensive stop.
Whetstone bringing the ball up the floor for McBain. He'll get to Cucci. Cucci will get it down low to Pilkus. Pilkus not able to get there.
And Reed City throwing the ball away will go back to McBain.
I think both teams right now just need to slow it down a little bit. Get some offense running with 6:50 left on the clock. Whetstone looking to get a play set up. Pilkus will look to drive. He'll go up with it. He'll step on the line. It'll be Reed City ball.
Blake Whetstone applying light pressure for the Ramblers.
A little physical there between Whetstone and Jackson. Whetstone will be called for a foul.
Foul's called on number 5, White, his first.
That's Whetstone's first foul of the game. Jackson inbound for Reed City. He'll get it in. He'll get it back and he'll go up with the layup. Be no good. Jackson will get back with it, guarded by Whetstone. Moore will look to drive. He'll go up. He'll be fouled on the shot. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Copeman to put a new 5 in. It'll be coming into the game for McBain will be number 10, Matt Utek, Dustin McLean, Brock Maloney, Calvin McGillis, and
Dylan Schoner.
Dylan Schoner.
Schoner bringing it up the floor.
Give it to McLean. McLean had some big free throws in the Pine River game. McGillis being pressured. He'll look to drive. Go up with it. Not quite sure what happened. Ball came loose. Reed City came out with it. More shot will be no good. Rebounded by Calvin McGillis. Dustin McLean for a long 2. Shot's no good. UTEC will hit it back in. Reed City will come out with it. Pass will be deflected off UTEC. Be Reed City ball. Showing it there, trying to get the ball deflected off Reed City. It will be McBain ball. Schoner running point guard.
Goes to McLean on the near side.
Back up to McGillis. UTEC's got it. McGillis will look to drive. Won't be able to control. It'll be a turnover. Reed City ball. Reed City in possession. Moore will lose a little bit. He'll get back in control of it. He'll shoot a three. No good. Rebounded by Maloney. Ball will be loose. Schoner on the ground for it.
Foul is called on number 10, White.
Foul is called on UTEC. That will be his
Number
first
7
of the
for
game.
Shooting 1-1.
Moore's free throw will be no good. UTEC will get the rebound. UTEC will take it himself. Schoner will look to drive. He'll get it back to UTEC. He'll pump fake. He'll lose possession of it. He'll get on the ground for it. He'll get it back. Reed City will knock it. It'll be out of bounds off UTEC. Reed City will be in possession with 4 minutes left.
Reed City keeping it slow, just kind of. And Reed City with a
Reed able to get the shot up.
long pass to Maloney. Maloney trying to save it.
Dylan Schoner will take a charge.
One thing Schoner was known for on JV last year is he always took charge both ways. He'd control the offense at the point, and on defense he would literally take charges. About half of them would go through, but he'd always just man up and let the offensive guy hit him.
McGillis looking to get it back to UTEC. He will. UTEC will pump fake. He'll pull up for mid-range shot. It's deflected by Reed City.
Reed City slowing it down. Allen to Hansen. Over to 13.
Allen with the turnover. McBain will take possession. Schoner will shoot. He'll get fouled on a shot. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Foul is called on number 21, Red, his first.
Fouls on Kaling. That is his first of the game. Schonet's first free throw is good. Brock
Maloney with the rebound. Fighting for the ball.
jump ball, will be Reed City. Hansen guarded by McGillis. Poland guarded by UTEC. Back to Kaling. Reed City swinging it well here. Hansen will go up with the shot. Not able to get it go. Poling will get the rebound.
And ball on the floor.
McGillis will come out with it. His pass will be stolen by Allen. Allen will look to drive. He'll get it back to the corner to Hansen. His shot will be up, no good. Hansen will get his own rebound. Szymanski called for his second foul of the game. McGillis, he'll shoot from three. It'll be good! Huge shot from Kelvin McGillis, and he is excited about that.
The bench fired up for him.
I'm sure his older brother, Caden, is just happy and probably taught him that shot himself. Out of bounds, Reed City ball. Schoner stepped on the line. Minute 15 left to go. Be a foul called on Maloney.
Foul was called on number 14, White. His first.
That was a three, wasn't it?
Team number 8 for the half. Shooting 1 and 1.
Szymanski will be shooting a 1 and 1. First shot, no good. Rebounded by Schoner. McBain going the other way with it. McLean with it, he'll go up with it. His shot will be no good. He'll get his own rebound. McLean will come out with it. Hansen will get the steal, going the other way. He'll go up and get an and one, fouled by Schoner.
Foul was called on number 22, White. His first.
That's Schoner's first foul of the game. Hansen's shot will be up and good. Under a minute left. McGillis looking to drive. Putting the work on, he'll get a back behind the back pass back to Schoner. McLean get it to UTEC. Hansen came out of the pile with it. He'll go up with it. Shall be no good. Maloney will rebound it. 20 seconds left. McGillis will shoot another three. It'll be good.
That one, foot's on the line, so that'll be a long two.
The bucket was for 2.
Some hot shooting from both McGillises here tonight.
And Reed City
We'll just dribble the clock out. And that'll be game. McBain will win 64 to Reed City's 26. Any final thoughts?
Well, McBain they showed that they still got some fire from last night. And they want their opponent to know that they're not going to back down, even if even if they're up by 40 points, but just the physicality that they have, it just shows when they play. Kyle, what do you think about Reed City? Like, how do you think? What are some things that they could improve on?
Personally, I think they didn't come out in the first or second half with any real fire. I feel like they kind of bit sluggish and weren't able to get their shots going, and they could not slow down Caden McGillis on the offensive end for McBain. And next Monday, in 2 days, it'll be a big night for McBain basketball, as all 4 teams will be home. JV boys and girls and varsity boys and girls will be home playing against Morley Stanwood. So make sure to join in for that night. It'll be an exciting night.
Yeah, four games throughout the course of
3 hours.
3 hours, something like that. So a lot of game to watch, a lot of basketball to be played. I will be here for most of the games. Kyle will be here for...
I'll announce the boys varsity, and we just hope to see you there.
Yep.
And
I'm Tucker.
I'm Kyle.
That is the Rambler Review. Thank you, and good afternoon.